Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zest with me, Shel Marie, the podcast that will take you on a journey from the hustle to the harmony, fueling your passion whilst finding your peace. Today, I am super excited to connect again with Jeannette, a heart-led leader, intuitive counselor, and host of the Leadership Circle podcast that I already had the privilege of being a guest on. It was a really amazing episode, so if you get a chance, we'll put it in the notes. Please go and watch it. With over 28 years of leading in IT and over a decade of guiding people personally as well as professionally, she helps individuals unlock their true potential through presence, authenticity, and co-creation. She shows us how personal growth directly transforms our professional impact. Oh, I'm excited to hear more about that. And how the simple act of being seen can change every interaction and relationship and in our life and just in general around us. You will see when you meet her in a minute, she just has such a beautiful, beautiful, loving presence. And I'm so super excited to connect with her again. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shel Marie. What a beautiful introduction. And yes, I loved co-creating with you a Leadership Circle podcast episode full of love, expansion, and presence. I love that. I love that. I really enjoyed it so much. And I'm also very happy to be here with you again, co-creating and having fun, enjoying and expanding.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I'm honored to this time not be the one talking so much, even though it is a co-creation, and just really diving into you and all the beautiful creations and just the way you embody and live your life. So, with that in mind, I don't think we touched on it last time, but have you always been this way, or where did this, because I honestly really feel like you just embody the frequency of love. Like I even now through the computer, I just feel this like loving energy around you, and it's so beautiful. So yeah, like what, have you always been this way? Is this how you've always been, or yeah, what led you to the point you're at today?
You feel me because you have an open heart, so you're also feeling it. If not, you wouldn't feel it. But well, let's say I've been always someone. Also, as a kid, I've always been like a mother.
That's a sorry to interrupt you. That's the perfect word. It's actually a really nurturing energy. It's very. Like you just feel held. Even though I'm not with you, I feel like you're like cuddling me. It's so beautiful.
I love that. Thank you. No, I always felt like that. I have a younger brother. He's 6 years younger, and I always was like his mother. But and when I was asked what I wanted to be when I was older, I always said a mother. And well. I've been like that, and then I've been always very overgiving and very empathic. So along the way, I lost myself because of servicing others, because of myself putting others before myself. And so one day, already 20 years ago, I said I wanted to know myself. And that's when I started the journey of recognizing and reconnecting with myself again. And I worked at that time in the United Nations in New York, and I left everything behind, even my husband, and I started over and came to Barcelona. Using the same, where I started saying that I always felt like being a mother. I remember when I turned 40, I naturally, physically, I am not a mother. No, nowadays I won't be able to be a mom. But when I turned 40, I said, why am I not a mother if it's something that I always wanted? And I intuitively felt that it was because I was giving the love in a different way, no?
Oh, I
And
feel
through,
that, yeah.
yes, and through that knowing, I stayed calm and I said, okay, I understand, no? And also with my friends and from also from work, the ones that know me from early when I was 24 at work, and they always felt me as someone that was caring for others, no? And
Yeah.
I've always been, I would say, a heart leader. That's what I now share more openly. For me, that's true leadership, no? To be love, uniqueness, and
Yeah.
co-creation. But I started evolving this heart leadership already from a young age, from my initiation in the career in IT. And I've gone, well, I've been going through many jobs, many cultures and everything, but always with my same way of leading and managing people. Because
Yeah.
for me, the people are always the most important factor behind any project or any organization. No? If you empower the people, if you motivate them, if you grow them, everything else grows.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that has been evolving throughout the years. Certainly, I've been finding people not used to that, but I always manage with my team to be able to lead like that and to empower them. So I've been evolving that kind of love throughout my experience, my personal and professional experiences. At the beginning, let's say, personal wise, very open, innocent, wanting to be a mom, and then forgetting who I was
Yeah.
to then reconnect with myself and again understanding and uncovering who I am, no? And what I love to create, which today I am where I am. And I say that my purpose is to be who I am and create what I love, but that's the purpose of everyone.
Wow.
And that's through the heart.
Absolutely. And it's so ironic that you're saying that, because there was a time where I could 100% relate to you of, I felt I had this very nurturing, mothering energy, which, I really poured into so many, and I had to find myself. And there was a time again where I felt already like a mother, so why am I not a mother? And yeah, I literally, it's just like, I did the same thing of like, no, it's okay. It's okay, because not saying that we won't, because I do believe like in miracles, and I believe that what's right for everyone will happen, but I think also I'm really at peace with that now, because actually I've been it doesn't always have to be something physically from your body, like it's the energy, isn't it? Like even when they say the saying of like a father, it's like, just because a mother and a father create a baby, that doesn't mean that they're the only ones that can then be a mother or a father. So I 100% relate a lot to what you're saying. Yeah, and a lot of people have said this to me as well, and I'm sure like we would be absolutely incredible mothers, and what will be, but it's like we can still be that, like to everyone. So
yes, I understood that. There's many ways to nurture and to
yeah.
grow people and to expand and empower them, inspire them. And for that, it's like that. You don't have to do it physically. You do it with who you are. You do it from
Yeah.
the inside out, from your heart to everyone, So with the service, for me, I'm servicing something bigger than myself. I'm servicing
Yeah.
others, whatever it means, no? And it comes through who I am. And today I am who I am now. Tomorrow I will be what I am. I
Yeah,
don't know.
absolutely.
And it's beautiful because it's following this beingness, being here now, co-creating with you, being present. Being present, it's who I am today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one foot in front of the other. Like, I think so many of us, and it's nice to have these future plans and things, but so many of us are constantly chasing something almost. And it's like, okay, in this very moment today, what was beautiful in my day today? I saw a rainbow. I went on an incredible walk. I had the most beautiful, whatever. And I think, yes, we should strive for impact in the future and goals, but also can you hold that goal and just simply be in the present moment? And I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah. There's an intention towards something, but not, for me, not setting a goal, because setting a goal is limiting myself.
Oof,
what
yes.
I believe in the now that should be. But when I walk, every now moment I'm walking, I might open many other doors I haven't seen when I put the goal. So I was limiting myself. But if I have an intention, I'm walking with that intention, choosing through that intention in the now, and walking a path that when I look back, I will say, oh, I would never have figured it out like this.
Yeah.
No. And it's not that I arrived where I wanted to arrive, where I thought to be arriving. No, this is much better.
Yeah,
and I would
yeah.
never have thought about this. No?
Yeah.
Because we every day we have infinite possibilities.
I love that. Yeah.
And with an intention, you have an intention. I have an intention of serving.
Yeah.
Okay? How I will be serving, I don't know, but I'm choosing today in every moment the way I'm serving. I will be looking back, or I'm looking now back, and I say, okay, I'm serving through the Leadership Circle podcast for people to experience co-creation. Okay, that's how I'm doing now, but I know it can change, and it will change, because I will be walking. I'm walking and selecting and choosing today what is my intention.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I might say, look, now I've served like this, and it has been much broader. You don't know. And that's the beauty of the being open-hearted, being in the present moment, and co-create in the moment with people like you, with anything and everyone that comes in your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just being present.
How would you, what kind of tips or just advice would you give to maybe leaders, particularly that are, maybe more managing and, on more deadlines, and we don't want to put labels on it, but how could they be more heart-centered and more in the moment and more trusting of their team, and because essentially, like what I feel with you, like it kind of starts with the leader and it vibrates out, so how could anyone listening right now that would really want to become more heart-centered, connect to this type of energy in their business?
I think it's to really, everything has to do with self-leadership.
Yeah,
to be the leader you want to see, the leader you want to see. So be it.
Yeah.
Be the one you would love for you to have, and connect with who you are. So look inside for your skills, your capacities. Don't search outside for that, or don't compare yourself with another leader. Be you.
Yeah.
With compassion, with love, with inspiration and empowerment for the ones you have around. Not to reach a goal. I know you have to reach a goal when you are in management. I've been in management many years, but I've seen, through my own experience, I've seen that when you you are set in a company, you set a strategy. Okay, perfect. We have to get there. Okay. So you see who in your team is good for each of the tasks
Yeah.
or roles. And you talk to them, listen to them, see what they love to do, to create, and you put them in a space where they can thrive.
Yeah.
So they will thrive, and you will find another one that will thrive in another point, and so on, until you have a company that is thriving, everyone
Yeah.
motivated, because all of them are creating with their energy, and you're letting them be, you're letting them evolve through who they are. You're not pushing them down and telling them that they should not make any joke, no, because there are companies that don't allow for you to be who you are. You
Yeah.
will always know when you talk to people and you are open. For me, the most important thing is the communication, transparent communication. I call it radical communication. It's really for them to know where they are standing, where we're going, what we will doing, and just share openly anything or everything that comes up, and the why, because when you trust people, they trust you.
Yeah.
No?
It's
When
just
you grow
something
them,
that's
you
felt,
grow.
isn't it? I think often we throw around words, but this is something I've recently realized is you don't know why, it's just something felt. And I think, yeah, it's really important what you're saying.
The trust, and it's like in anything, no? In a kid, you trust them, and they know you trust them, so they will take care not to lose the trust, not because it will happen anything. It's just that they are trusted, they feel loved. So in a company, the same thing. You trust, you delegate with trust, and as you delegate with trust, they will do it the best way possible.
Yeah. I think also another thing that seems to be coming up that I'm thinking of straight away is, would you say the heart-centered approach is also, even though someone might be good at something, they might not enjoy it. So I think it's also being that aware, having that awareness of like, well, no, you're just the one that gets things done quickly, so I'm just going to give everything to you to do that and to do that. It's having that awareness that, okay, they might be the quickest, but are they happy doing it? And I think it's just changing that, almost the rush and the running and the force of, because eventually that person, if they're not actually, like what you say, happy and enjoying what they're doing, they're not going to be a part of your team for very long. So that, I think, is a really courageous move to make, to say, okay, I know you're really good at this, and I know that you will get it done, and I won't have to re-explain to someone else or give them, have that like worry potential of like, can they do it or not? Trust, like what you say of, okay, this person's really keen, trust. And sometimes that's quite a scary thing, I think, for a leader to do, because it's almost like that high performing thing of, when someone gets something done quickly and then they don't want to say, because then they get more and more and more. And then there's the other that's learned, oh, I can do it, but I'm going to pretend I can't. And so then what happens is this one's not really satisfied because they're not being pushed to their maximum, whether they think, oh, it's easy, but they get bored. And then this one is at such a high capacity that they're going to burn out. So it's going back to like really looking beyond just the workload, the actual person, I think.
Yes, I have, for me, meeting with everyone every 2 weeks at least, it's very important, because you have to listen to them, and you have to, with the heart, okay? And you have to recognize who they are, because when you recognize who they are, you see what they're good at and the potential they have. Beautiful. And you are able to see what tasks you can give them so that they grow. Yeah. Because you recognize their potential. but it's part of the listening, of the taking time, even if you're very busy, also taking time to sit down with everyone and listen,
Yeah.
being there for them, and communicate and be transparent with things that happen. So you
Yeah.
also see the reaction, you see how they feel, and you see where you can delegate things. I remember one of my bosses said once, I said, Jeannette, when I'm big, I want to be like you. I said, why? Because we tell you there's a need of something, and the best would for you to do it. But since you already uh, you know what you want or not want, and you see someone else that would be better, you place this
Mm.
person and you grow this person, and you don't do that. You're just behind holding.
Wow.
And
That's
I said,
beautiful.
okay, that's good you saw that, because it's true, because it's growing a company through the people with who they are and what they love to create, empowering and growing them. And when
Mm.
everyone grows motivated, inspired, the company grows.
Absolutely. And I think it's really important what you said about taking that time aside, because again, it goes back to like, oh no, we don't have time, we don't have time. But then if it's all going to crack and it's all going to start falling and you've got to train a new person up because that person's left now,
Mm,
we have to think of like the long-term effect of maybe taking that 5, 10, 15 minutes to just check in, really check in, because it's very different sending an email or a quick, but
yeah,
really like, and what I've noticed as well is, especially someone with their heart so open, it naturally opens others' hearts. And there's no, like, love is such a strong emotion, you know? So that I'm sure even in those meetings, even if they were trying to mask or hide something, it's very hard to when you're in front of someone with their heart so open, and to have that as a leader as well can be quite intimidating for some people. But I think this is important. These are the things we want to change,
mm-hmm,
because
yes,
it's almost like the real term of intimidation is almost like what we've learned how to cope with, when actually when you're sat with someone who's just pure love and really wants the best for you, that's actually, I think, for most people more intimidating than someone that's going to come at you and, you know, whatever
yeah,
micromanaging ways that we have. So I think not only to be a part of your community and your team, but these people are blessed in so many ways. Back to
thank
the
you.
life, the personal and the professional. Really, really beautiful.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
and I can really feel that because, yeah, it takes a strong person to really open their heart, I think.
Well, I think because I guess when I was a child, I was very open hearted, and then I learned to close it.
So
And because of situations we're put in, and I think education, so you are not certain places you're not supposed to be somehow, so you close up, no, you defend yourself, closing yourself. And it's the contrary. It's the contrary, because the more open you are, the more transparent you are, the better it is for the world.
yeah.
It's not that you will know when you're open-hearted, you will know when to say something and when not to say it, when someone is prepared to hear it or not prepared to hear it.
Yeah.
That might be the difference. When I was a child, that maybe the innocence, no, talks too much.
Yeah.
But when you are an adult, open-hearted, you know when to talk and not to talk, when to
Yeah.
listen and when to stay quiet, even if you are being attacked, let's say. But you
Yeah.
know that the person that attacks you will have a reason for it, and it's their reason, it's not you specifically. No, you might be mirroring, like you were saying, no, there are certain people that might feel more they have to defend themselves when there is an open heart, no, because they're not used to it. But it's when that happens, you know it, because there's so much in their mind that they are not able. They are just disempowered, and they're very insecure. So they attack, no, or they become a little bit aggressive. But you know that, so you stay quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand exactly what you're saying, because it's almost like having the heart open, but like what you say, not the discernment. Whereas once you get the discernment, even though it's from a place of love, you know when someone's not ready to receive it. And so pushing love on someone when they're not ready to receive it isn't the most loving thing to do. So back to what you said, which makes complete sense, you hold space. You just hold space. And even if, say, you're feeling verbally attacked or something, because it's maybe a mirror of their inner feelings, what I've learned as well is, before, I think if you're trying to defend yourself, then it goes back to you. Because even if someone says something about you that's not true, it doesn't matter. Actually, right now, do I need to fight now to prove that that's not me? Or can I just hold space, not be walked over, not tolerate it, but just hold space and just come from a place of more love? That, do we need to have this conversation right now, or can I just know that they're not ready to receive it?
And in some cases, in the professional life, I would say you find people that believe that to be a leader is to be aggressive, and is to push you down and control. And so you say things for them to know, okay, it's like it's here, and then you can continue attacking. But the thing is, like what you just said, it's not in that moment, maybe it's not the place to say certain things and just defend yourself or push back, because it will just nurture more the fire, no?
So fire with fire, not good.
But there will always be a place where to talk about that afterwards,
when they're ready to receive it. Everyone always is ready at some point, you know, like when the fire's there, not a good time. But that's I think discernment, isn't it? And knowing, choosing, and not reacting, being proactive. Okay, right now, but I'm also not going to tolerate that behavior, particularly if it's your business and you're a leader. And I will come back to that another time. But right now, this person's not in a space to receive it or hear it.
No, because they just will push back and not listen. They won't listen. They will be reacting with the fire within. With this, whatever they have within, no? In that moment. But it will be another opportunity in a time soon to say the things in a way that you can start it and say it with love and with understanding, so that they might or not might understand it, but it's being said, because it's important to say things. It's important to not stay with that energy within.
Absolutely.
And to, especially in business, you have to know for you and your team what's good and what's bad. And maybe in a moment you're placed somewhere where it's not the best for the project, but you have to make them understand that it's not here. It's not your perception that we must be here. We are really here. So I explain to you now that we are here in this place, and it's because of this. And if they don't understand, you started the conversation with openness and with a different tone of voice. That if they still don't understand and become aggressive, you can always say, it's okay, no worries, but this is what it is.
But that goes back to what you said earlier of just because someone has a kind heart and their heart center, that doesn't mean that they have to people please. And that's because I think also when you're kind, there's this kindness for weakness, and it's not at all. Just because you've got your heart centered, this is still, say, a business, a relationship, whatever. And it doesn't mean you just tolerate everything. And I think this is the kind of thing that people almost try to throw at people that do have a heart open, of like, oh, but you say you're so kind, you're so this, but we should use that discernment of, again, don't take it personal. It's not actually about you. And in this moment, I'm going to choose not to react to that, because that's just something. And if I am reacting, actually, I should question why I'm reacting, because why am I allowing these words that aren't me to have an effect on me? And it's not always easy in the moment. We're saying it like it's like, oh, so easy.
I tell you a story, and it's very few days ago. We've been having difficult projects now, and because those projects have been inherited from other managers.
I love the word that you just used. Very wise.
So I
inherited. Carry on.
Inherited. I had to deal with them. Okay. They have started, and so I came in, and I said replacement, and I'm actually not for that, but since I'm the director, head of HR, I'm there because of the experience, no? And so I've been holding a space in the last 3 weeks or so, specifically with one project where there has been a lot of aggression because of the way they think have to be a leader, no? And the way of saying, and the way of, so always saying, no, it hasn't been like this, we have did, but you say, no, we didn't say this, okay. So calming. And it has happened in other areas, also in the company, in those inherited projects. Friday, I woke up with a lot of stomach pain, because I was nervous, and I got very high fever. I'm not a person of high fever. I'm usually, if I have a little bit, I feel it, okay? And so I said, okay, why? And the air in the stomach is nervousness. Now, so why am I now having fever? And I said, okay, I understand. It's because I've been taking in a lot of aggression. And it has been very good, because at the end, our body, we have to listen to our bodies. Our bodies always tell us when something's not right. So it was telling me, stop it, calm down. I mean, stop it, no, calm down, I'm calm. But stop it, listen to your body, check out what has been happening for you to be with such a high fever, and see what's the solution, what you can change, no? Because understand what's happening. And I got an epiphany, so I understood what it was. And well, the fever went away on Saturday. I was feeling much better. But Monday, today, I've been with my team, with many meetings with them, explaining them how we will go forward, and letting them know that it has been the best possible experience for me to inherit these situations and these projects, because I've been able to see what they suffer and what they have, no? So I'm now able to reorganize the company, the space, and hold them much better, because I understand what they have been suffering. Wow. And there's never been someone saying, no, stop it, no? We don't accept this, because we are a company that has a different culture. It's a co-creation company. It's a company where we partner with you, client and provider, or anyone. So we don't work like this.
Yeah.
but I haven't been able to say that because I didn't understand how they were working. And now today I understand, so it has been a blessing. But I had to go through that,
Absolutely.
and experience that aggression, and my body to say, hey, something is wrong here. Even if you knew it, because the aggression and everything, but it's the one, I listened to it because it was the one saying, okay, you have to do something.
Yeah.
Because you've been only 3 weeks or so, and they've been many months.
Yeah. It's ironic that you started with inheriting the project, but back to the people, it's back to the people. And it's not necessarily like, obviously you've got your experience of it, but I think it's so easy to point the finger out. But like I felt like you wisely said was they were almost just running on a program that they'd been running on. They didn't necessarily know there was another way, or so it's not always that these are the people, that they're the true person. It's the way that they've almost like became in that situation, and that's how it is here. So even in that respect, it shows what a phenomenal leader you are, because even though I'm sorry you had to go through and almost have your body like tell you stop, it's like, imagine now the skills and the growth you've gained from that experience. And yeah, so it's just back to that thing of almost kind of love with love is love, but not saying you go into the darkness, but it's like the light. You don't see the light until you're sometimes in the dark. So sometimes like that's why the love has to be infused into those moments in order to bring out more love, which isn't always the most easiest process, but you are 100%, my honey, the woman for the job, it appears. So
no, it's I think to be a good leader you have to have experienced it. Okay.
yeah.
So, and to be a good human and to nurture others, empower and inspire others, you have to have experienced it. Absolutely. So when you go through that, it's when you really understand the pain of in my case, my team, the pain, because they've been saying, Jeannette, we feel we cannot stop them, and they're they're talking in a certain way in the meetings, and there are 20 people in meetings and we are only 4. So all those things that you say, okay, yeah, don't worry, but I did not experience that it was aggression, that it was aggressive. No, even if if they excuse themselves before the aggression, the excusing doesn't serve, not the aggression, but it's and they don't even see it. I mean, the counterpart, they don't see that they are being so aggressive. So, but I had to live that. I had to feel it in my body to understand how much it's really affecting my team.
Yeah.
And how
And I think sometimes as well, because of you've done so much work yourself and your outlook, it's almost like it was a slight mask because you just wanted to see the good in the people. And so that's why like sometimes that can be a bit of a gray area, because yes, we want to lead with our heart and see the good, but also we have to really face the reality of what's in front of us. And I think often I'm also someone that has to do that. I always see the highest potential in people and fall in love with the dream of it, when you have those little glimpses of, different things about them. But actually back down to earth, Shelley, what is the reality right now in this very moment? And I think that even someone hearing that's a big key.
Yes. No, and like you were saying, now it makes me tell you one more thing. The important is we are always have our thoughts. They are talking all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So the mind is talking, but it's talking, and not necessarily what it's talking is true, because it's and it's the one reacting, and it's the one saying, "How can you tell me this?" Or
Yeah.
no, you should talk, and then the emotions go up and say, "Oh, I'm getting nervous because I'm being attacked," and because those two, they nurture themselves. I mean, the mind with the thoughts with the emotions, no, they come up. But when you go into your heart, you observe. So
Yeah.
you observe these emotions with thoughts that
Like a
they're in a
cinema
loop.
preview.
They're in the loop. They're like, whoop, 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 whoop. And your heart is saying, no, now it's not time to respond and
Yeah.
react. Now it's time to just say it your way, but not play the game, not react and go on it. Just listen, let them talk, and then you say yes, no, or what has to be said.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not reacting. But it's the heart that knows the truth. It's the heart that is now. The thought is wah, into the future, into the back, into the everywhere.
Yeah.
And the emotions
You
are the
get
ones
pulled in it without
boiling.
knowing.
Yeah. And the emotions are boiling, and then
Yeah.
just giving more thoughts to it. No.
Yeah.
And the heart is okay, you listen, observing all the other one, and you listen. But it's really going to the heart is really observing, not being in the present moment and observing everything, observing outside of you what's evolving, becoming a spectator. Really, it's becoming, because you see they speak in and you say you see yourself in you with the thoughts and emotions, but you're observing.
Yeah.
And as an observer, you are more objective. So you are able to really discern if it's good to put fire to the fire, or if it's better to stay quiet and let it
simmer out. Wow. You're amazing. And I've absolutely loved this conversation. I'm sure there's so much more we could talk about, but I want to be respectful of your time. One thing I always love to ask is if there's just something, anything, it doesn't have to be related to what we just said, that just comes through now that you feel like someone listening would really benefit from hearing, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them we are limitless potential. We are really limitless. We are so powerful. You cannot even believe it when you haven't experienced it. And we are so infinite. We are amazing beings, perfectly imperfect, amazing beings. So really look inside, feel your heart. I mean, put your hand on it once in a while, every day, and just listen. So at the beginning, nothing comes, but just listen how quiet it is, how calming it is, and what it tells you. Maybe write something down that's how I started. I put my hand on the heart and started just writing.
Yeah.
And then poems came out, and I was able to read them. I said, "Oh, thank you so much." No, because
beautiful.
Somehow starting to look inside, because when you uncover yourself, right? So they say, when you uncover yourself, when you see yourself, you change yourself, and you change the world. And it's not just a saying, it's true. It's really true.
I love that you just said that one last thing, because it's so ironic. We have these sayings, we all say these sayings, and then we have this moment where it's like, oh, I get it now. But I keep having moments like this where I was saying things and I understand, I know. And then I really know now.
And you know it because with the heart.
Yeah. Absolutely. Beautiful. What a blessing. Thank you. I always love connecting with you, and I love seeing how much you're shining. Like, please go to her podcast. She's doing incredible, and just really thank you so much.
Oh, Shel Marie, I thank you. I thank you for co-creating with me. I love this podcast and your flow. I love the co-creation at the end. Is this flowing, no? You and me having a conversation, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'm very honored to have been here, for you to having invited me. And yes, I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Thank you so much. Beautiful.